Says Donald Trump confirms that the UK now has courts that are enforcing Sharia law. Trump, in London, you have Sharia courts adjudicating law. We can never let Islam spread in America. We need an outright ban on Islamic Muslim immigration into America.
But wait, Donald Trump didn't confirm anything then. That was...
No, he just asserted.
He just said words. That's not a confirmation. Do you just believe everything that Donald Trump says specifically? Do you not feel like maybe he has an incentive to lie?
Have you seen these people?
He lies.
Story while they were napping. So Jassa, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the stream, but tonight was a night when I forgot to write down who sent me what. So I don't know if I covered your story, but yeah. So I also really hate the sentiment that like we need to stop Islamic Muslim immigration. Okay, first off, Islamic Muslim is a tautology. I'm not even going to complain about the Sharia law thing because that's one that like that's kind of like ATM machine. I don't care that the M stands for machine. It's fine, whatever. I know what you mean. But Islamic Muslim just sounds stupid because Muslims are Islamic. That's what those words mean. Like that's you don't need to say that.
Yeah.
Be like Christian Presbyterian.
We assumed when you said you were Presbyterian that it was a Christian denomination that you were part of. That was kind of part and parcel.
But there's also been a really huge uptick that I've noticed in Islamophobic posts.
Oh yeah, of course. Because like, how else are you going to get people on board with just killing people in Iran? How else would you do it without that? By the way, it's really. I feel really weird. So, like, you know how Chomsky is actually, like, prominently featured in the Epstein files as running fucking defense and PR for Jeffrey Epstein?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, well, that's a thing, and it's agitating as shit to me because anytime that I, like, want to point out that manufactured consent is a thing, I have to remind myself that Chomsky was the guy who wrote the book on that, and I want to believe the words in that book because there's plenty of evidence for the words in that book being true. But at the same time, it's really hard for me to like,
tainted now.
Yeah, it's really fucking tainted in a way that I feel like it shouldn't fucking be, but it certainly is. And that's just a bit frustrating, you know?
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Ah, yes, Jewish Jews. It sounds like a Family Guy skit. What kind of Jews do you like? Jewish Jews. What? Is it in before and not lying if you believe it? It's confabulation, which is arguably worse. Confabulation? I don't know that word. That is a new word to me. I have learned a new word today.
Yeah, I got nothing. Okay, your best version says, when a girl says she doesn't understand why guys care about her body count, try asking this. How would you feel if your boyfriend had already been engaged 4 times, and then he proposes to you using the exact same ring he gave to each of those 4 other women? She will suddenly get the point. I mean, first off, terrible analogy. But second off, it depends on the nature of those engagements breaking off.
Also depends on the girl, because like, so I've dated women who...
Depends on the ring. Is the ring a family heirloom?
Like, I've dated women who will take, like, severe umbrage to, like, you getting anything that somebody else had. Like, I remember there's a girl who I had in my house, and I had a pink pillow that, was obviously there for an ex. And when she laid down, like, I offered her that pillow, and she goes, "Oh, thank you for offering me your ex's pillow." Like, just said it with a lot of disdain. I'm like, whether or not you're joking, like, now I feel like I've fucked up. I feel like I've made a mistake somewhere here. And I don't much like that. Like, I know that there are people who are going to be really weird about shit like that. And there are other people who are going to look at that and go like, no, you're being economical. Why would you buy this thing twice? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, so here's another issue I have with that is that, now, maybe I'm the weird one here, but my understanding of the engagement ring is that once you give it to the woman, it is hers. And like part of that is supposed to be, if you have spent so much money on that, traditionally she is now like kind of financially dependent on you. So then if you do something to break that off, she has the ring and can pawn the ring for money to support herself, get herself back on the feet. Like that is my understanding of how the engagement ring kind of became a thing. It's like an insurance policy for the woman to say like he's actually serious about it. It's not just a whimsical, like he's not just saying it to make me happy. He's actually serious about it, sort of thing. And part of it is like the ring now belongs to her.
I've also
So,
heard that
if I break up with Heidi tomorrow, I don't expect her to give me the ring back.
so
I gave it to her. It is a gift. That is how gifts work.
I've also heard the version of that particular like nuance that if the engagement breaks off, it's also supposed to be customary to give the ring back. Like that's also a thing that I've seen as a custom.
I'm not going to pretend that I know the customs very well, but I would not expect it back.
Like I'm not going to pretend that either of our autistic asses could know the customs very well or would care about them.
Well, I also don't know nor care about her body count. It's bigger than mine.
I know Saki's is bigger than mine. I don't give a shit.
I don't know how much bigger than mine it is, nor do I care.
My thing is that
she probably learned some things from her previous sexual encounters that I enjoy.
My thing is that if I'm in a relationship with somebody, if that person is my peace, if being around that person improves my day, makes my day function
was that
better.
Peace PEACE or PIECE?
Peace like world peace.
Okay, is that depending which one you meant, that changes the context of what you're saying.
No, if a person is my peace, if I feel more comfortable when they are around than if they are not, if I feel like my day is substantially improved when they are actively a part of it, then I kind of cease caring about a lot of the particulars. Because at that point, my investment in that person is that my life is improved when that person is a part of it. So I'm just going to let that person be a part of my life in that capacity because they just make my life better. Whatever your fucking body count is, I don't have a reason to give a shit. Like, the only way that anybody has ever given me, like, any way to, like,
functionally, it matters just as much as how many hands have you shaken.
I agree. I was going to point out that, like, the only way that I have seen people try to defend the body count argument is by either, like, pseudoscience or analogy, and it's never, like, what's the actual reason? It's always, like, Confucius say, if you have a key that opens every lock, it's a great key, but if you have a lock that is opened by many keys, it's a shitty lock. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
My dick's not a key.
Yeah, like, that doesn't mean anything to me at all. Like, cool analogy, but it doesn't get us anywhere.
Well, I mean, the main justification that I've heard for it is it's like protection against disease. But then I'm like,
so you take a test.
I've gotten sick way more often from shaking hands than having sex.
I've gotten sick way more often by going to conventions than having sex.
Yeah, so
I'm not going to stop going to conventions.
If body count matters for sex, then how many handshakes you've had should also matter. They are equally important.
Every time I hear body count, my mind gravitates to how many kills you have. Yeah, what's your KDA? What's your KDA, bro?
I don't know what KDA stands for.
Kill deaths assists.
Ah, okay.
Is a measurement for how well you have done in a shooter game.
Okay.
Or really any game with a PvP component.
Yeah. Well, body count's a stupid concept.
Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitt, you know I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.